Hey, Sean, just wanted to touch base. Sorry, it's taking me a little bit to get this out to you. And I'm not in a suit, so it's a Saturday. But I wanted to, it took me a while to um, sort of put everything together. But here's the best consensus I've come up with. So I believe we have a high possibility, just like you guys selling this house to a second, someone that's doing a second home. It would make sense saying that given the fact that the average rate right now for sales or sales price is 147. It's come up considerably since when you bought the house, but at the end of the day, it's still 147. And then we're looking at the absorption rate for homes sold. We just don't have a lot of sales have happened in Allegan Township here for the price range that we're going to be in. So in many ways, we are going to be moving into uncharted territory. I think your house is worth above the 500 mark. I know you think it is. And the market, in my opinion, indicates that it is because we've, one, had appreciation in the area that should also positively impact your house. And just because we haven't had sales doesn't necessarily mean that it's not worth it. It just means that we haven't put together a sale in that price bracket. There are fewer options and fewer buyers, but it doesn't mean that it's impossible or even unlikely. So here is, I'm going to run you through sort of my process, and then that way if you have questions about it or if you want to sort of change some things, we can go over that together. So first, we're not going to try, there are quite a few properties for sale in this vicinity. And the reason I picked this vicinity is because we're not just competing against houses on your specific street or in Allegan. We are competing against houses pretty much in the general area on lakes. So first thing we got to do, one, pick the geographic area. Check, did that. I think it would be wise to pick that has to have waterfront that takes us from 430 to 140. So houses are going down. We do not want to buy houses with, or we're not going to compare your homes to houses with a lot of acreage and or with small ponds on them. So we're going to make it no more than 2 acres. That brings us down to 92 homes, and then we're going to have a sales price above 400. So the reason I'm picking that because the general area of Kalamazoo is in that is about the $200,000 mark. So Kalamazoo, greater Kalamazoo area, Southwest Michigan, you got about 200,000 as the average sales price. So if we take your average sales price, we double it, we start hitting that luxury market. So that's really the type of buyer we're going to be looking for anyway. Someone who can afford a $400,000 secondary home. So that brings us to 34. So we went from 430 in the area to 34. So there's just not a lot of options there. And that's active, currently for sale. So, but just to kind of give us an idea of historically what happened, I want to take a look at what has sold and is currently pending. So that brings us to 19. So we're talking roughly about, I mean, not perfect numbers here. We're talking maybe 2 sales per month in that price bracket on the water under 2 acres. So we just have to make your house be one of those that have sold. So let's take a look at a few. I'm going to organize this by price to give us an idea of what's going on here. And so just kind of give you an example. I mean, I'm familiar with the area. I'm sure you guys are too, but on West D, photos, I'm trying to make this brief. So new construction, Lakeview. Okay, it's over in the Matawan area. They typically prices go up in this area. This is Texas Township. People seem to really like it. Low taxes. Take a look at the lake. Details on the market 140 days, about $200 per square foot is what it's sold for. 500 square feet, all levels. We're talking above grade, 3,000 square feet. So a little bit larger than yours, but we're also considering given area and the fact it's larger, that's a $200,000 price increase in comparison to where your house is going to be landing. We got one in Madeline. This one's encouraging to me. It was on the market 64 days. The price per square foot's huge. And we're talking $400 price per square foot. And it's about 200 square feet smaller than your current house. So we're looking at 2,000. We're talking square foot. No, actually, your house is significantly larger than this if you just including above grade square footage, which is what this number is derived from. So pretty, I mean, the lake itself is relatively small. It's not a terribly popular lake. The photos of the house is, I mean, has, well, I think what sold it is just a lot. I mean, the lot is incredible, 3-car garage. The house is a little smaller than yours, but all in all, I mean, and it's not even, if we thumb through the pictures, I'm sorry I'm doing it quick, but I'm trying to make the video brief. There's not a lot of wow factor here in the home, and yet we got a 470 price bracket. So your house is larger, you have a lot more wow factor. This is just stuff that's sold. This isn't stuff that's on the market, and that's really what we need to focus on, because as of right now, economy is still doing well. It's still progressing. People still want second homes, and I don't see any reason why we wouldn't look into the future to see what your competition is, because that's going to have a bigger impact of, if demand goes up, supply stays the same, the thing that's going to impact sales prices is the level of competition. So we just have to insert ourselves really at that right price bracket, which I'll talk to you about in a second. 530, I just want to thumb through some of this with you. So the house looks sharp, unprofessional photography, which doesn't benefit someone who's trying to sell a $523,000 asset, but it's not bad by any means. It's just like, this isn't a great photo. Again, lake is our indicator, not, in my opinion, not a great, just not strong. It's just not super strong, but that price is encouraging. So let's kick over real quick to your competition. Add a search. We got 34 homes. So we got one in Allegan for 500. We got one in Pawpaw for, we'll say 490. We got another one in Pawpaw for 490. We got, so this is interesting. So Fine Lake, or the Finnville area, this lake, it's great lake, closer to the water, so prices are huge. Price per square foot over there is like almost reaching 500. So considerably smaller homes. And so I think that if someone's looking for a larger home on a lake and they're not set on that lake, I think your house is going to be a great option for that particular buyer. Again, 525. So this is on 3 Mile Lake. So it's not a terrible lake, but again, if someone's has a max of 600 or 700, and they see this and they want to take a look at it, I want to make sure that you guys win. So the kitchen's immaculate. The photos are pretty good. They're not great quality. I'm shocked that they don't have better photos. I mean, just kind of, I don't want to criticize. I don't need to criticize someone else, but like, can you get your laundry basket out of there? Please. So room's nice. It's a little dated. Yours is not neat. Yours looks way better. And the old photos are old. They probably need some new ones. So they're looking at 520, looking at the map. So this is 3 Mile. It's Lake Court. Nope, Eagle. I was wrong. So there's one up here too, and Cora. But anyway, so Eagle Lake, not a bad lake, pretty nice. People seem to like it. But it's not like it's super popular. Like there's only three homes on the market right now in that area. Pawpaw, so Maple Lake, this one is non-comparable. Okay, so although it may seem like it is because it's a dammed river similar to Allegan, but I grew up in Pawpaw, and that lake stinks. Like it actually smells bad in the summer because it's so shallow. It actually smells like a pond. So this thing's been on the market for about 74 days, 79 days, half acre. It's larger than yours, but I don't think the lake's going to really help it. We got another one for 6. Let's see, look at the map area. North Lake. Again, a smaller lake. See, like this is interesting. Like this is for 7. And this is over, I think, in the Fine Lake area. or Hutchinson is a little, yeah, it's closer to the, or Finville, it's closer to the water. I want to see the, yeah, price per square foot, 460. Square foot above grade, 1,500. I mean, it's just like, whoa, those prices are huge. So here's one in Allegan, and I think, so this one, so like, look at the price difference in price per square foot above grade. So this one's larger than yours by about 1,000 square feet, and they're asking almost 700,000. So here, I got the stats available. So if I was to break everything down, starting with where your actives are, this is probably where your sweet spot is. It's definitely below, in my opinion, it's between 600,000 and 550. That's realistically where you're going to land. I want to take a look at real quick though, what the average, so from sales price to sales price, what that average was. And we're looking at houses selling between 93% of ask or sales, well, 85%, so that's pretty low of price bracket. So that was a significantly high price bracket. They always started at the 900s, almost $500,000. But so houses that are in your guys' price bracket, like the 6, I mean, we're looking at 100% of asking price, 100% of asking price, 470, 100% of asking price, 500, 93% of asking price, 450, 94% of asking price. So whatever you guys listed at, it'd be good if you just figured a 95% sort of negotiating room when you guys price your property. So I think realistically it'll sell. I think we need to beat this house out in Finville. And I think we've already beaten this house here in Pawpaw. So yeah, this is where your bracket is. It's between 6 and 525. I don't think I don't list it for 525. That's like super low. Like we want to get rid of it soon. 600, you guys got all the time in the world to wait. But I'm just not seeing a lot of other competition out there that you guys would have to worry about in that price bracket. So that's my professional opinion. I can fine tune these a little bit more. We can talk a little bit more about what your guys' plan is. But if the numbers make sense to you, hey, listen, I want to sell it for within this range, we're on the same page. I'll give you guys a net sheet of what you're going to walk away with and let you guys review all the paperwork. Anyway, talk to you soon. Sorry for the long video. Hopefully it was beneficial. Okay, thanks. Oh, dang, I need to stop.